It amazes me things that inmates will kill each other over. Such a damn waste. Today we're gonna talk about it. Much love, much respect to all the people that ask in the comments, man, what the hell is 2 L's in a bulletproof R? What that means is love, loyalty, respect, and the bulletproof means that it can't be penetrated. That's what this means, man. So much love, Gladiator Gang. Thanks for tuning in. 2 big lands off the yard, 2 L's, and as always, a bulletproof R, man. Good to see everybody on a Sunday night, getting ready for dinner, getting ready for the work week. Man, that's crazy. It's crazy to me to think about where I came from, the doors and the hell that I walked out of. The hell that my life once was. No matter what problems I got today, they'll never be as bad as they used to be. Hopefully. Hopefully. All we can do is try to remain positive. Put your faith in your higher power, whatever that might be. But sometimes that fails you, don't it? I've told this story one time on the channel, but in the last couple of months, we've gotten almost 7,000 new people on here, so I'd like to talk about it. Let me see if I can sit up a little bit. There we go. I want to say it was like either 2016 or 2017. I was at Greensville. We talked about Greensville numerous times. Everybody's going out to wreck. And when the wreck is called, everybody rushes to the doors. You're trying to get to the doors, trying to get out to the yard, you're trying to get to the weights because you want to grab your weights before somebody else does because you might not see that weight again. Fact. Well, when everybody goes out to wreck, that's when the thievery begins. That's the easiest time. It's easy pickings. And this is one such case. My homie, dude I interviewed on his channel, man, Corey MTN. You can check him out. He's the dude that did the song with on the other intro. Let me know if you guys like the intro. We'd all gone out to recreation, not thinking nothing of it. The COs are supposed to shut the cell doors. But them COs don't know who lives in what cell, what building half the time. They're blind and dumb as hell. This young man who was formerly a gangster disciple, a GD, decided he was going to take that moment to make the biggest mistake of his life. When we come back in from rec, a homeboy goes in, to the cell. Hey, yo, Pop 22. Pop 22. CO looks down, sees him. He knows he lives there, opens the door. He walks in, he's getting his stuff ready for a shot. He looks over on his table, he's like, the fuck? Where's my TV? The TV was gone. The box had been gone through. All the soups, all the yams, all that stuff was gone. Oh, no, you didn't. So, comes out of the party, he's like, hey, I don't know who it is, but my shit better be back in my cell when I get out of the shower. And just to kind of backtrack a little bit in the story, let me explain something to some of you guys, what we were doing in the prison system at this time. This is right when I had started to recruit for DMI. And it was a brand new organization for the most part in Virginia. And I was the only one that had the keys to really promote it. But in a matter of 2 or 3 years, I took it from a small cluster of dudes to an army of over 300. And when you put it up against the Bloods or the Crips or anything like that, it doesn't stack up. But we were forced to be reckoned with. And they knew we weren't fucking around. I sacrificed a lot for that organization, to build it, to create it within this state. I'm validated. I got an FBI number. I'm the real deal. I'm not proud of it. Well, let me not, I'm not proud of things that happened, but I was proud of myself and the men that stood with me against a lot of shit that was going on at that time. Extortion, assaults. You've heard the stories. I wasn't going for that shit. And neither were they. To be a great leader, you got to be a great builder of men. You don't make people fear you to fight for you. You make them love you and teach them how to love themselves enough to be better people. That's what being a leader is. There's a difference. That being said, everybody knew, well, not everybody, but people knew who took the TV, and the people went to the guy and was like, look, bro, give the TV back. And he had already been in some kind of hot water with his organization on some other shit. And they were getting ready to jump him out anyway. This was the straw that broke the camel's back. Now, the GDs in Virginia, when I was there, and in Virginia, so don't go calling old blocking them or whoever and telling them that Big Lance off the yard is talking shit about the GDs, because I'm not. I'm talking about these guys. They were recruiting the wrong people, man. They were recruiting little young boys who had no idea how to stand on their... They couldn't even do their damn laundry, much less live by an organizational way of thinking, man. That shit is important. That shit is what creates solidarity. That shit is what prevents dumbasses from doing shit like this. But oh, it gets dumber. It gets way beyond dumb. And I'm going to keep it 100 with you. Most white boys, or white men, who join a so-called black organization, man, most of them ain't fitting to rise to the top. They're missiles. They're sending all the dummy missions. Go stab him. Hold all the knives. Go rob him. That's exactly what happened here. I think there was 4 of them. There was 3 white dudes and a black dude. All of them GDs. Gangster disciples. Going hard for Hoover in Virginia, at Greensville, over TV. Does anybody else not see the holes in this shit? They run up on the dude and they beat him once. But they OD'd, man. They were hitting him with rocks and locks and, I mean, beating this man's face and his head. This wasn't a DP, man. This was a violent assault. This was attempted murder, at the very least. They stomped his head when he hit the ground. They put boots to his face. And I'm about 90% sure he already had some kind of situation going on with his brain, and this is what ended him. As they were kicking, stomping, and hitting him with rocks and other implements of torture and sacrifice, they killed him. Killed him dead as they stood, killed him. over a Dollar General style TV that nobody really wants. The kicker of all of it is that every single one of them boys that did the deed was going home in 6 months. Year at the most. Are you serious? Are you serious? It makes me cringe when I think about it. It makes me angry at whoever was leading these guys. Out of everybody you thought to send people that had the shortest amount of time? It's not a great leader. Because I'm going to tell you something about dudes that are going home in 6 months. You know what they do? They tell. Because they want to go home. They didn't mean to kill him. It was not their intent to kill him. But they did. They got locked up in the hole. And here's the thing. With Greensville, the cameras was kind of smoggy. So when they looked on the cameras, all they saw was tattooed up white dudes. They couldn't tell who was who. So what they did, they came and locked everybody up. If you look like me, you was going to the hole. And you were a gang member. It didn't even matter what gang you were in. They locked your ass up. We all could have got out. We didn't. We could have told them what happened. We didn't. Boy sat back there for real months, 4 months, 4 or 5 months, while they started doing investigations. They brought the police in. They brought the Department of Correction investigations in, man. They were doing a whole homicide investigation. Then, when they were trying to take them from General District up to Circuit Court, they brought the fucking jury in. Such a waste, man. Such a waste. Lives. Wasted, gone, over. There comes a point in time when you're gangbanging in prison that the kiki and ha-ha shit, it's gonna stop. And eventually you will have to stand on that flag that you carry around. Or that patch you wear on your body. Or that signal you call out. Someone's gonna try that shit. These young dudes, they don't think about that. They can't think much more than past their own dick. They don't know what they're doing. That's why you have leaders. That's why you have a council. That's why you have sergeants and lieutenants and shit. But most of these godfathers and commanders and all different types of names were all the same. Most of them had a God complex. They don't care whose life they fuck up. Because 9 times out of 10, their life is already shit anyway. So this is what it's come down to. These kids, 19, 20, 21-year-old kids, are looking at life sentences. But let me tell you the kicker of it. Because they were such short time, their release date came up before they were formally charged with the murder. So what do you think happened? Out the door they went. B&B. Hey, it's Virginia, man. It's Commonwealth, not common sense, right? God, dude, it amazes me. The stupidity of the Department of Corrections. Murdered. Murder. Cold-blooded murder. Just to make a point. Sacrifice your whole life to make a fucking point. You're an idiot. People People that do that shit are idiots. That's why I try to tell these young dudes, man, who are following these older cats that are feeding them bullshit after bullshit after bullshit and more bullshit, piles and piles and buckets of bullshit here. Eat. And then send them right down the road to fucking hell. Makes me mad because although they're grown men, technically, half of them can't even read or write. Don't know how to fold a t-shirt. Can't. They never had a job. I remember when they started going over from gangster disciple to growth and development. I didn't see any growth and development other than the growth and development of the motherfuckers that were sending these little dipshits on dummy missions. They're the only ones that were benefiting off of it. When are you gonna learn? When are you gonna learn? Do you youngsters just watch this channel and other ones like it to just hear something while you do something else? Pay attention. Use your brain, man. God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason to shut the fuck up and listen to what we're saying. It comes down to a very easy choice, gentlemen. Do you want to live or do you want to die? Because the minute they give you that life sentence in prison, you're dead. I don't care what anybody says. You're dead. You're dead. There's no more dates. Nope. There's no more future. No more aspirations. No family. The only family that you got are the other dipshits who are in there with you. Hey, look. Everybody talks about, I'm a real one, I'm a real one. And then go on to tell you about how they stabbed 100 people and all that shit. Let me tell you something. A real one, a real convict. A real convict who has been to a real prison. Not no fucking dormitory bullshit where they're outside working all day, having a good time. I'm talking about prison. Is never going to tell you that it's cool, that it's funny. Ha 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 ha. Come on, guys. Come on, man. I'm tired of looking on the news and getting my heart broke every day. I know you're looking for a family. Maybe you're looking for a father that ain't there because he's a dumbass and probably doing life sentence too or dead. You don't have to be like him. Be you. Fucking be you, man. Because at the end of the day, you're all you got. People will sacrifice their lives. People will sacrifice everything they got going on for somebody else's cause. So you have unconditional love for somebody else's bullshit? When are you going to start having unconditional love for yourself, man? A real one. I'm a real one, man. I'm a real old school convict. I did old school time. But I'm also a real fucking man. I'm going to tell you. There's no hope in it. There's no social security check at the end of it. There's no retirement. Make something of your fucking life, man. Make something of your life before they make something of it for you. Thank y'all for tuning into Off the Yard today. Much love to the Gladiator gang. 2 L's in a bulletproof farm, man. That's it. That's it. The weekend's over. The weekend's over, man. Time to get back on the grind. Get back in the work truck. Put the tools in the back. Let's get it. Let's get that bag. I'm gonna pick today to put away a lot of distractions and to focus on me for a while. And whenever I start to feel like I'm slipping, whenever I start to feel like I'm not doing enough, I'm going to work harder. Just like you should, man. If any of you youngsters are on that path and you need to talk, Big Lance _ off the yard, Instagram, please send me something and I will get to you ASAP. Let's talk about it. I do care, man. This is not just to get a bag for me. I care. I want to help. Let's stop fueling these fires, man. Stand up for something. Be a man. Be a man. You see that man that you see every morning when you got to smoke that cigarette, or you let your dog out to take a shit, and every morning like clockwork he's coming out in his blue jumpsuit, his boots, lunchbox, little sandwich and shit. That's a man. I'll see y'all tomorrow, man.